on. I want to make sure yours are recorded though, so that you have this. This will get put up onto YouTube afterwards so that you can come back and view it afterwards, okay?
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Okay, both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Wow, okay, slow down. She is so excited you're here. It's not even funny. Her energy is so high. Like, I don't know if she was really bubbly, very high vibration when she was here, but I have to keep telling her, bring your energy down, bring it down. Like, she's going so fast. As she steps forward, she's showing me some distorted energy. Now, distorted energy comes from pain, grief, trauma, um, something like that. It distorts the energy field, making it a little trickier for me to connect to. Slow this down. It's kind of like water will distort sound. You can still hear underwater, but it'll sound like this. I feel that. I got some pain going up my stomach. I'm not sure what that is. And a little bit in my head and some disorienting thoughts, some dizzy thoughts, some disorienting thoughts. Usually when they show me that, that means that they were not in their right mind before they passed. They were actually spinning before they passed, or they did not get a chance to say goodbye. Feels like a little bit of both. They didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Maybe they weren't, she wasn't in her right mind. I'm not exactly sure. It's interesting though, because I feel the holding of the hand, which is my symbol that somebody was with me. And I see the soul tethered to the body with the spiritual cord. Now, what that means is that sometimes a soul will exit the physical body but stay tied to the physical body through the spiritual cord, like a baby stays tied to the mother through the umbilical cord. Now, they do that. Oh, slow down. She's playing with my eyes, all of it. They do that sometimes if, for many different reasons, it could be sometimes I see them do that if the body was in so much pain or decay that it would cause them pain. So the soul will step out of the body but not be in the body to feel the pain. Sometimes they do that if they died alone and they were waiting for somebody to find them before they exited the body. But she's making sure that you know that somebody was with her and stayed with her and she stayed tethered to the body. Do you understand that?
I do.
How did your sister pass, honey?
It was a car wreck. She went to go stay the night with her friend. Well, her friend's mama bought alcohol for the friend's boyfriend. Well, they were supposed to just go to the movies that night. They were supposed to go to the movies and then come back home. Well, she had bought the alcohol for the boyfriend. Well, they were going to take somebody else home. Well, so Sheila let Jamie get in her car and drive to Columbus. They made it to Columbus, and on the way back home, they hit a line of pine trees. And they said he left the scene. Jamie left the scene of the accident. He later went to the hospital saying that he was in a car into a fight, and that's why he needed to be checked out. And then I guess a neighbor or something, seen the car wreck and called the police and the ambulance. Well, the autopsy said that, she died instantly because of something in her neck,
Yeah.
and but yeah, that's how she passed away. She it was a car wreck, and Tiffany, her friend, says that she wasn't in the car when they wrecked. But it's just like I have a hard time believing, why would my sister get in the car with your boyfriend and somebody else to take that person home?
So there is definitely some things about this that are either not true or how do I explain that? I'll say it differently. She's showing me the justice card, which is my symbol that there will be justice and there will be more information flowing. And I see one,
Well,
two, one, two. How long has it been since this happened?
it happened in '09, which he went to prison. Jamie was 17, 16 or 17 at the time. And but he went to prison. Sheila, the mama, the only thing that happened, I wish she would have went to jail, but the only thing that happened to her was they sued her insurance company. But yeah, it happened in '09, and like I said, he went to prison for it. Um,
So
and
that
it's
was
just like,
your justice. Did he get like 2 years? One or
no,
2 years?
he got like, he got out, I think, like 2 years ago, but he
Wow.
spent like, yeah, he just recently got out. So he spent a long time in jail.
So all I know is she keeps taking me back 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, going back. And then what she did, so as soon as you said, yeah, he got out a year or two ago, she put the white blanket around his shoulders, which is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. Your sister does not wish him bad. She doesn't wish her friend bad. She doesn't wish anybody bad. It's like the thing is, I want to say it's a fluke accident, but it was also her time. Believe it or not, not every soul is born to be lit to live until they're 100 years old. Every soul has a purpose here. And that young man, let me tell you, what I saw when you said that was his entire life dramatically changed because she's on the other side. And she's making me feel like, by the way she's watching over him, she's really proud of him. The girl, I feel like, has maybe had some emotional, she's kind of gone the other way. She hasn't dealt with it properly. So she's kind of being well, from what your sister said, a bitch. I don't know what that means. But she's kind of maybe making some mistakes here. But the boy, hmm?
She, Tiffany, she, like, there was one instance where, my mom seen her in town, well, in another town at Factory Connection, and my mom saw her getting out the car and go in the store to return something, and she left her 5-month-old baby in the car by itself. And then not too long ago, her brother has autism, and her brother and her son, I guess, took off into the woods. I guess no one was watching them, and took off into the woods, and they searched for like a day for them. And she likes, I guess, to party and stuff, and I
So it's interesting. Your sister, so she's right about all that, right? So the girl is really headed down, and the boy has really made some changes in his life to try to do better. See, sometimes when we receive accountability for mistakes we've made, that is so much better for us than getting away with it. So here's the thing. You heard everything I said to that guy before, right? Because that's exactly why she was going, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you've been stuck in this pain loop of thinking, why did this happen? Screw them. I can't do this. And you've been so mad, right? Here's what I know, sweetie. Here's the thing. When you're feeling blocked in pain like that, then you're going to line up with pain everywhere you go. And she said that ends today. That's why she brought you here today. And she's like, and it didn't break the bank. You keep saying you can't afford this. She's like, ha, we found a way. You can afford this, huh?
yeah,
She,
cause that's so funny, because you know the other TikToker, the Belaski or something like that, like, and her rates, I mean, I was gonna pay it, but like, she's so booked out, like she's always booked out or whatever. And I'm like, and her, they're pretty pricey too. And like, I had been wanting to do this, but I couldn't afford it.
That's why I
You know,
started this Zoom group. That's exactly why I started this. Because where there's a will, there's a way. And she wants you to know that. She heard your prayers, and that's why she aligned you to find me. That was one of the first things she said. She's like, I did this. I brought her here to you. Make sure she knows I brought her here to you. Because she's your spiritual GPS, sweetie. She sees everything that's going on. But you got to tell her what you need. She's surrounding you in feathers and angel wings and feathers. Do you understand that?
well, I know, like, my favorite, like, I love owls and stuff, but so I used to work at Walmart, and this lady had called. I was at, working the customer service, and this lady called, and she was asking about these dolls, because she was wanting to get them for her daughter for Christmas. And so, even though we're not supposed to do it, I did it anyway, and I went and was checking on it, and you know, whatever. Well, the lady brought me, I don't know if you can see this, but can you see it?
Oh, yes. Cardinals that represent spirit and feathers. Do you see what I mean? Do you want to know what that means? That's a message from your sister. Because, see, your sister doesn't have a physical body to say, hey, I'm with you, I'm right here. So she has to use signs and symbols. She has to use synchronicity and alignment to put you in exactly the right place at exactly the right moment so she can get you the message she needs. Birds, what that means is a couple things. One, birds have a connection with feathers, and angels also have a connection with feathers. So birds and angels are an angelic connection of safety and protection. But as well, it means this. Birds are up here. They're flying, they're free, and they're with you everywhere you go. Here in the physical world is like living in a giant third dimensional corn maze. You can only see what's right in front of you. You can't see around the bend. And so your sister's up here. She can see the whole darn maze. She will guide you right through. You just got to tell her what you need, just like you did today. You said, I need to hear from you. I need a sign. I need somebody that I can afford to get a message. And she's like, done. Lines you up right here. That's how it's done. She wants, I keep hearing mama, 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 mom. And she's reconnected with the grandmother figure on the other side as well. Is mom's mom on the other side?
My mom's mom, like my mom's grandmother.
Your mom's mom, your grandmother. Is she on the
Oh
other
no,
side?
no, ma'am. But her mother is, and my mom is so fascinated with her. She like tore my mom's world upside down. Like she has been through it, and like I said, with me, like it losing her like flipped my world upside down. And but yeah, my
Okay, so hold
mom,
on a second. Stay with me for a second. She's bringing forward a mother figure that's going above mom. So I'm not sure if this is your mom's mom or your mom's grandma, but she's with the mother figure on the other side who kind of smells like smoke a little bit.
well,
So
see,
either, huh?
she died in a house fire, real young.
Shut up. See, this spirit will
Young.
give you one sign or symbol that will point to exactly who we're talking about so you know who that is. So that message is for your mom as well, so that your mom feels safe and at peace knowing that grandma has her soul on the other side and that they are together. She wants to thank you guys for the trip you took and for what you planted for her. I'm seeing the trip and I'm seeing the suitcase and the travel. Where did you guys go in honor her?
Well, well, I know my mom. She had took a trip to the grandmother's gravesite in Arkansas not long ago.
So when she did, see, that makes sense. We bring grandma through, and so grandma's like, "Thank you for the trip. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so honored. Thank you, thank you, thank you." And I don't know if she laid flowers on her grave or what the heck. I wasn't sure if she planted something for her, but she was showing me the connection with the flowers and the gardens and the trip. And she's thanking mom for that. She's very much trying to reassure your mom that she has your mom's daughter's soul on the other side, your sister's soul. And I see two dates close together. Did your sister pass right before, right after another special date?
Uh,
Feels like the month before.
like my birthday is November 10th. Hers is November 6th, and then she passed away September 19th. So her and my birthday was, right after she passed away,
Got ya.
September, November.
There's something in October as well.
Um, I'm not sure about that. I don't know if that's when my great grandmother passed away. Um,
I think, see, when you said that, I got the ding ding and the two close together. Interesting. See, these are the type of messages that they're going to give for you to give to mom because they won't make sense to you. So when you go to mom and say, I got these messages, she's going to be like, how do you know that? I didn't tell you that. Grandma did. Okay. So your sister's like, hold on, I got some more things to say here. She's talking about your room. She wants you to know that, Or her room, sorry, not yours. She has her own room still? She's like, I got a bedroom, I got a room, I got a room. That's my room. Somebody has a whole room set up for her.
I mean, maybe my dad, like, cause see, my mom, she's moved, but they moved back over there towards where we used to live.
Perfect.
Um,
Stay there for a second because they will give me these in little pieces. Now, when she first passed, did your mom keep her room or have a bedroom there, a room that was all like kind of her stuff? Because when you
yeah.
said she moved, your sister said, exactly, this is what I'm talking about. She wants your mom to know that she loved her room and she goes with your mom everywhere she goes. It doesn't matter. She's not stuck in that house. She goes everywhere mom goes. But she knew she had a whole room for her. And as soon as you said she moved, she goes, I know. And I don't want her to feel guilty about not having that huge room for me anymore. That shrine is good enough. She's got a little shrine for her and she's thanking her for the picture because there's some big picture there and she likes that picture, but it feels like when she was a little girl, it feels like when she was younger.
My one of my mom's, it was like really like her first love, drew a picture of Janet. Like, you know how the artist, can draw and stuff, drew a picture of her, and it's got her name, Janet, underneath it.
That's what I'm telling you. I can't know that there's a special picture there where her shrine is, but she knows. She wants you to take that advice and start writing down your gratitude and get yourself focused on where you want to go. Because she just put a ring on your finger. Are you single, honey?
No, but we're planning on getting married this year.
That's what I'm telling you, because she just put the ring on your finger, and so that's what I mean about the wedding. She knows that you're getting wedding or that you're getting married, and she's like, "I better be a part of that wedding." I'm telling you right now, you better give me things to do. She's like, "I want to help with the dress, and I want to help with." She's like, "I don't need to help with the booze. I'm done with that. I'm over the booze. I don't need the booze. I want to help with the dress. I want to help with the flowers. Here's the thing: when you say, Janet, help me with this and get me a good deal on these flowers, what's going to happen is watch what sometimes they will create something to fall apart so that they can get you a better deal. So for example, if you ask for a new car, you'll get into an accident, everybody's going to be okay, but now you get a brand new car. Or if in this example you say, okay, you're in charge of the flowers, then they will line you up with a caterer or caterer. I think she wants food too. They'll line you up with a florist that is like 50% off, or the florist that you originally went with will back out at, a week before the wedding, and the one that you will get will be 10 times cheaper and better than the first one. Something like that. When you give her a job to do, she will line it up in your world so synchronized and aligned that it will be mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance. She's still
That
here.
that is crazy because me and Daniel, we've been together for 14 years. And we've talked about getting married before, but we never had time. Like I'm working, he's working, like we never had time until this year, like like this past month into we were like, we're planning a date. We're wanting to do it this year. Like
You're
within the next few months.
because that's your loved ones very much trying to encourage you to focus on the good. See, spirit gives those kinds of messages very often. I've heard it when we've been through a challenging time. They'll say to me, this family needs a wedding, this family needs a baby, this family needs a celebration, this family needs something to look forward to. So she wants you to plan that wedding, and she wants you to watch for all the signs and the symbols. Watch for the feathers that you're going to find all around the wedding. She's like, I'll be there. You'll see me. You'll see flashes in the pictures. You'll see orbs. But the more that you tell yourself she's dead and gone, that's going to hurt. You got to tell yourself she's still here. Now, if she moved to Germany and you couldn't physically touch her or kiss her, you wouldn't be like, well, you're dead and gone to me. You would find a new way to communicate. You got to tell yourself she's still here. We're going to find a new way to communicate. You are not blocked. There are people like me out here who do have skills and abilities and who use them to be able to help people. Your job is to just tell her what you need and she will line you up with that. It's like when you were saying before that there was another read. I don't even know who that is because I don't pay attention. I don't watch them on TikTok. I just do the work. I don't watch it. But what she showed me is that in that scenario, you were very aware it was expensive. It was hard to get on. She's so busy. There's so many people. The more you focused on that, the harder it was to get a reading. The second that you said, could you find a way? Boom, here we are. That's what it's all about. By the way, she loves the ring. I feel like you're still picking it out. Did you get the ring yet though?
Well, see, me and Daniel, like, a while back, we had got one from Walmart, but we're gonna get another one.
Yeah, I can see because she's like picking it out because she's like showing me a rock and she's like, oh, I love her ring. And she goes, wait, we're still picking it out. She clarified. So what she
Yeah.
means, when you said we bought one at Walmart, she goes, that's just a promise ring. That ain't a frickin' wedding ring. So put her in charge. Say thank you for helping him line up with the wedding ring. And you watch him get some big giant rock that you're going to love for way cheap. And when that all lines up, he's going to be like, babe, I don't know how this happened. It was discount, like 70% off. And look at this. And you're going to be like, I know how. Thanks, sis. And you will feel her presence, not her absence. The more you give her things to do, the more they line up in your world, the more you know she's still here with you. Does that make sense? She
It
loves you
does.
so much. She's
I
like,
love her.
she's like, now we're gonna work on this car, sis. We're gonna work on this car. I know you're in the car. That's not an accident. She just closed the hood. So either you need a new car, you need repairs on it, or
Well, my headlight, Raylan hit my headlight, and so I had to order two new headlights. Well, not I didn't have to order two new ones, but I went ahead and got two new ones because, like, you know how some headlights will get gray over time. It's not shiny. And so I went ahead and got two new headlights, and Daniel, he put them in Sunday.
so she was with you. And she's like working on this. That's just one. There feels like more things that we can do to your car.
Yeah, well, see, that's what just yesterday and today when I was leaving work earlier, my back end feels like there's something going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I gotta take it by Daniel and let him see. But like yesterday, whenever I was driving it, it just felt like something's in which it's been a great car. It's a '08 Toyota Highlander, and it's an amazing car. Like, I love it, but for whatever reason, that back it feels like something's going on with the back end or something.
Yeah,
So I know.
that's what she's talking about. She's like, we got to do something about this car now. Sometimes things will fall apart when something better is ready to come into your world. Maybe it's time to just graduate out of that car and into a new one. When you say, thank you for showing me why this car is breaking down and thank you for fixing it for me, thank you for getting me through this really fast, boom. Watch how all that comes together like the Cockroach Hotel. You will be blown away. And when these moments keep happening, you will not feel like she's gone. You will feel her presence. She said, please tell mom that that I do try to come in the dreams, but she's still got so much pain. It's like
Yeah.
the thing is, and I talk about this in my book. I don't know if you've read my book or seen my book. It's called Raised by the Dead, but chapter 6 actually goes into this. And that the thing is that they can't come into your dreams and communicate with you and give you a nice, fun, happy dream if you're in pain, because your dreams are literal interpretations of how you feel about your physical reality. So if you feel like your sister's death killed you, you're going to see her chasing you with a knife and trying to kill you in your dream, and it's going to look like a horror. So they wait to come into your dream. No, let me say that better. They wait to wake you up from your dream until you've had a clear dream, because your sister's been coming very often in your dreams. I think you've had a dream or two about her as well. The first one or two might be a little distorted because of you twisting it through the way you feel.
Well, I know I do every night before I go to bed, and I say my prayers. I say, Janet, please come see me in my dreams.
So this is why she has me talking about this, because you've had a couple of dreams of her that are very confusing, right? Where she's like gone and not talking to you and ignoring you, right?
Yeah.
Because that is you feeling like she's ignoring you. She's not here. I'm telling, where are you? I'm right here. So you will see it in your dream as ignoring you. Now, here's the good news. I want you to understand. Every night you say that, she comes. Every single night. But I want you to understand, you only remember the dreams that you wake up during. Don't wake up during a dream and go, oh, this one's boring. I want to go back to the dream I remembered, or I dreamed 3 dreams before this, do you? No, you only remember the dream that you wake up during. And we have like 50 different dreams every single night. So she does not wake you up during one of those dreams when they are twisted and distorted, because she does not want you waking up feeling her absence all over again. She doesn't want you feeling that pain. So what she tends to do, and I think she's been doing this with mom as well, is she'll visit you in your dream. The second that you start distorting it, she's out. And then she does not wake you up until the very end of it. So the only memory you have is like, I think she was with me. I'm pretty sure I remember dreaming about her, but I can't remember the details. But I'm pretty sure she was there. You had a dream like that? That's the best she could do, because when you wake up, you feel her presence, not her absence. The more you wake up going, yeah, you were here, yes. The more you start seeing her in your present, the easier she's going to be able to communicate with you in your dreams without you twisting it and distorting it into pain. Do you understand?
I do. I do.
Please know she's safe and at peace on the other side, and she loves you so much. And it's interesting, you don't have kids yet, do you?
I have two.
Okay, because there's more coming. Like you got a few on the other side. That's interesting. Have you guys talked about having a big family?
Not really, but I had a miscarriage, and then I got pregnant, and I have a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old.
And I feel like you have at least twins, or at least two more. Well, did you hear the way I said that? In my head, I saw at least two more. It came out twins. Ha! I feel, is there
Okay.
twins in the family?
No, ma'am, but when I got pregnant with my daughter, my 9-year-old, before I found out I was pregnant, I had a dream that I was in the hospital, and I didn't have the dream about like going into birth, but I had two babies and they were twins. And
Yeah,
then a month later I found out I was pregnant, and but she wasn't a twin.
no, but they're coming.
Is because had a dream that I had two twins.
I'm telling you, they're coming. What you just described, that's also in my book, chapter 5. There's another story just like that. A dad came through reassuring a daughter that she was going to have a baby boy, and she was trying so hard to have a baby, and she had a medical condition that made it hard for her to conceive. Finally, one day she conceives, and it's a baby girl. And I was like shocked. I'm like, your dad said it would be a boy. And she's all laughing. She's like, my dad would do that. He would tell me it was going to be a boy if it was going to be a girl, just to mess with me. He's funny like that. Oh, meant more than that. After she had this baby girl, she wanted to have one more, so she tried again. She had a miscarriage, and that miscarriage devastated her, and she was almost never going to try again. And then she came to me for one last reading, and in that reading, her dad stepped forward with that baby boy again. Sure enough, he's like, try one more time. Sure enough, the next year, she gave birth to a healthy baby boy. They see things that you can't see. Your sister's trying to give you hope. She's trying to help you get excited about what's coming up in your world. And she said, for goodness sake, name her after me.
Well, see, my daughter, she has her middle name, uh, Leah. But yeah, she like I said, I mean, I've been happy, but I haven't been fully happy. You know, and so like when you was talking earlier, like it really, hit home.
Good. She's like, you know what? She's playing Three Little Birds all over the place. Have you ever heard Bob Marley, Three Little Birds? Every little thing's gonna be okay.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
worry about a thing. Yeah. She's like, plan the wedding, sweetie. Plan the wedding. Plan the babies. Your life moving forward is going to be beautiful, and she's not going to miss a single moment of it. Give her things to do during the entire process, and she will show up with signs and symbols and synchronicities that are so specific that they will be mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance. Stop telling yourself she's dead and gone and start telling yourself she's invisible and has to speak through synchronicity and alignment. And you will understand her new language. And she's like, from this day forward, I'm no longer dead. I'm just invisible. And this is how we heal our heart. We find them in the present. This is why we always say they never leave you. They're in your heart. Oh. And then she put her clothes on you. So I feel like you must still have some of her clothes as she's pulling her energy back. It's like, do you have her sweater? So she knows.
And then it's just, you know, and then I feel bad all the time because, we used to fight a lot when we was, kids. Because, like I said, she was 13, I was 15 when she passed away. So I have a lot of regret and like hatred towards myself for all the times that we did fight.
Sweetie, she wants you to let that go because she's like, are you kidding me? She's like, do you know what? You gave me the best big sister experience that I've ever had. Come on now. We lived it all. We fought. We were happy with the good, the bad, all of it. The only thing she would regret is if you didn't have that, because then she would have missed out on all of that. She loved all of it. And this is the whole clothes swapping thing she's saying. That's why she brought that up. She doesn't want you to feel bad about that. She wants you to love that. That's why she was telling me that you can't wear the sweater anymore because it's too small now. Got it. But you still have it.
And then there was something you said earlier, and I was about to say it, when she passed away, or when my mom was giving birth to her, she had to do an emergency C-section because the umbilical cord got wrapped around her neck. And so they had to go in there and, she almost died. And then, you know, she had the car wreck and stuff. But you were saying something earlier about that. And I meant to tell you that. Like, I knew what meant.
She's so pretty. So she just keeps showing me that she's pretty and she's healed, and I can see some little freckles. So I don't know if she had like some little freckles here, but
Yeah.
that's how she wants you to remember her. And she wants you to know that she's still here. And she wants you to keep telling yourself, I'm still here, I'm still here, I'm still here. The more you say that, the more you see evidence of that, the more the pain will go away. Okay, I gotta pull my energy back a little bit because I feel like your sister can talk. Let me tell you, she's definitely, once you said she's 13, now I understand because she's going like this in
Well,
minutes.
my mom was a talker. She
So
really,
is she. So is she. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't know if she was high vibrational energy or what, but man, she's like, she's 13. I had a 13-year-old. I've got 4 kids, and I have a 13-year-old now. They don't shut up. Okay. She's pulling her energy back. She goes, you tell mom I never smoked a cigarette, though. Ha ha, success. Aw. I hope this was helpful, sweetie.
it was. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And you know I do these every Tuesday, so you can come back as often as you need. And it's affordable. It's not going to break your bank. That's the whole point
Thank
of
you.
this.
Thank you for what you do for people.
You're very welcome, sweetie. Okay. Brooke, you're next. You are next, my girl.
Hi.
She's like, I'm scared now.
Yeah.
It's all good. How are you doing, hon?
Not bad. Nervous.
Whoever this is behind you, she's like, isn't she so pretty? She's so pretty. I hear this all.
What was that?
Spirit getting funky just through a. You see me, I'm not moving, right?
Yeah.
Let me show you what they just threw off my wall. That is freaky. I didn't move. You guys heard that and saw it.
I can and I will. Wow.
Who do you want me to connect with, hun? Because they're here.
My dad.
Oh boy, is dad ever here?
Wow.
So here's the thing. Spirit It's not an accident in the order these messages line you up with. So your dad wanted you to hear all of that before we read because of this.
Hmm.
Here we go.
Wild.
Oh, no, crazy, right? Have you ever seen me read before? Is this your first time seeing me today?
This is my first time.
Wow. Okay, here we go. We're going to start the connection exercise. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes, and when I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to picture that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me. And give me a minute to focus. Oh, okay. Slow down, Dad. Slow down. Okay, puzzle dump. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Right away, Dad is restricting my breath. I got a pain going right up my chest. I don't know if this is actual heart attack, because sometimes heart attack feels like indigestion or heartburn, like right up here. I know that I'm having trouble breathing. He's showing me sudden, unexpected, or quick, or traumatic. Now, he's very young to be on that side. I got to tell you, he's not old man. He's got good humor though, because he's telling me how hot he is. He's like, I'm the hottest old dad you ever saw on this side. He's showing me that he's all in one piece. He doesn't want you to remember him that way. It's really weird that the way he's showing me that he passed very quickly, but at the same time, I feel like I'm seeing diagnosis or something that's slowly but surely deteriorating. Because then he's like, you know what? I'm so good over here. I'm back, baby, is what I heard.
Good.
Do you understand some of that?
Yeah.
How did Dad pass?
So he had a heart attack, and then afterwards, he was diagnosed with peritoneal cancer. And he passed within like 2 months after that.
Got ya. So I felt the heart attack. I
Mhm.
didn't feel the pain of the cancer so much. That's okay. Did not feel the pain of the cancer so much. What I felt was the disoriented thoughts. And it's interesting because earlier, that lady that just left here, her loved one was showing me the soul tethered to the body. Your dad did the same thing, which
Okay.
is telling me that, and I can feel that holding of the hand. Everybody was there talking to him as he was transitioning, and he couldn't communicate back, but he knew you were there. It's not an accident that your kids in the background went, because Dad's like poking them and playing with them. You understand? They see him. One of them is young enough because he's like going, and I feel like your little one there is like staring at him. He's like, they see me, they see me. I
Oh
don't
my
know
God.
if it's a girl or a boy, but
I think they both see him all the time. They mention things all the time.
see, that's what I'm telling you. Your dad is like doing this and funny faces. He's like, come on, you didn't think that I was going to miss my moment to be grandpa, did you?
Oh my God, seriously. Because when he was passing, he was upset that he wasn't going to get to see them grow. And I told him that he would.
Yes, he is. And that's why he's working extra hard to make sure that they let you know when he's around. He's all I can hear is, do you see how beautiful she is? Do you see how beautiful she is? Now I know why. It's your dad. He's
He
just,
would say that all the time when he was alive, too. He would, do you see how beautiful my girls are?
I'm telling you, I didn't even connect yet. That's all I heard. Do you see how beautiful she is? Oh my God.
Oh.
And he's like, she gets it from me. Does your dad have blue eyes? Or is he showing me Frank Sinatra? Because I'm seeing blue eyes.
He had green eyes. But both my kids have blue eyes.
Got ya. So he's seeing their eyes is what he's showing me. Because I never know why he's showing me what he's showing me, right? I'm like, why are you showing me blue eyes? And I hear, I did it my way. So that's why I'm like, is this Frank Sinatra or is this, what the heck am I seeing?
Yeah.
So if he's showing me blue eyes and singing that song, it's his way of saying I'm doing grandpa-ish my way, but I'm still being grandpa.
Okay.
He's very proud of you as a mom too. He's like, you're making it look easy. Stop it.
Makes me want to cry.
He's like, slow this down, slow this down. He's like, you should see her house, Tracy. You should see this house. It is so clean. It is so amazing. Like, I feel like these kids, like he's taking me into their rooms and showing me their rooms and how hard you've worked to make it look beautiful for them. Do you understand that?
Yeah. I was just recently doing like renovations to the house and the rooms and stuff because I just moved back into my house that I bought. And I was living with my mom for a while and I just moved back in and I was doing like nice little things to make it feel more homey again.
Oh boy, your dad pulled out the shotgun when you said that. That's my symbol for protection. When you said you moved back into your house, he's like, I know, girl. I got your back. I got you protected. Come on, boy. Try it.
Oh, I love that.
You heard what he said before. Some things have to break apart so better things can come together. Your dad is not gone. He's right here. He can and he will. Your job is to tell him what you need and he will line it up for you. He helped get you back in that house and he is protecting you now. I can feel that fear coming in. I'm not sure if it's fear of like I'm physically in danger or fear that I just can't trust. I feel the betrayal of loving somebody so deeply and then not knowing who the fuck they are. And it's like, what the heck? I feel so betrayed. And your dad is like, you know what, honey? I got your back. Have you ever heard the saying, give somebody enough rope and they will hang themselves?
Yeah.
That's what he said. You understand your job is to just go with the flow, be in a happy state and let daddy take care of business because he's on the other side. Oh, he's telling me to tell you an analogy here. Oh boy. Okay. So when they say daddy's going to take care of business, trust them. Here's what he's showing me. They teach me this real world examples. So I did a group one time. I went to this house and it was a husband and wife that paid me to go to this group, right? Now I get there and it's all the husband's family and the wife and the husband. Now I sit down, there's like 12 people in this house. I sit down to do this reading so now all the husband's family and then the wife. So she's got different family, right? Now her father is on the other side. Her father steps forward. He starts showing me that shotgun. And he puts it right up into the husband's face and he's like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what does this mean? And then I heard boom. And I'm like, guys, I don't know what this means. Like, what does this mean? And so what happened was, I guess, about a half an hour before I got there, the husband and wife had a big fight. And the husband literally raised his fist into the wife's face and said that, and like he was going to punch her, but his mom was there. And so he didn't punch her. He left the house. He got in his car and he went to drive away. He got 2 blocks away and his freaking tire went boom.
Oh my goodness.
He had to walk back to the house and sit his ass down so that her dad, when I got there, could go, motherfucker.
I love that.
Your
Love
dad
it.
wants me to tell you that. He's like, your job is not to, you got to understand that if you think if you feel fear, then you're giving him access to you. So when you say, you can't hurt me, my dad's on the other side, I'm safe, I'm protected. Dad, this is what I need. You tell him what tools you need. I need my house back. Done. Whatever blocks were in the way, removed. When you ask dad for help, he will always show up and keep helping you. He's not gone. That's why he led you to me. Because over his dead body, is anybody going to mess with his girl? And he's like, and I'm not dead. I might be invisible, but I'm not dead. There is no death, so he's screwed.
I love that. My dad was like my best friend and I miss him so much.
Is. He's like, is. I'm not gone.
Is.
If you use the words was, your heart will feel pain thinking he's gone. When you use the words is, you will see evidence of him everywhere you go. He's been sending you money like crazy. He's throwing dimes and nickels and quarters. And are you in Canada?
I am, yeah. I'm in
Because I
Timmins,
saw
Ontario.
loonies and toonies. That's why I'm like, you got to be in Canada. They don't have those in the States.
Yeah.
Have you been finding those?
Yeah, some, but I actually won like a 50-50 draw like right after my birthday and I was like, that's my dad.
Yep. Well, that's a big way he's sending you money, but watch for the coins and stuff too. Have you ever heard the saying, pennies from heaven, dimes from heaven, things like that?
Yeah.
So the thing is that they will use those change because it's readily available. So they can put it into your path when they need you to know that they're there. When you're missing dad, that's when you're going to find that dime or that quarter. Why does he keep telling me about laundry? We got to do something about the laundry. Do you need new washer and dryer?
No, there's just always so much laundry and I can't keep up. He's funny.
Because
Oh God, he would.
he sees, right? He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that to judge you. I'm saying that because I can see everything that's going around. And I
That's
think
awesome.
that that's where you find the change as well. He's like pulling it out of the laundry. He's like, I send it to her every single freaking day she does laundry. And she's like, oh, well, it doesn't mean anything. It's just change. No, Dad, there with you, letting you know he's there with you, not judging you for not doing it. He said, listen, he's proud of you when you get up there and do it because you've been fighting depression as well and rejection. And so when you're in an energy of depression and rejection, you don't feel like getting up and doing the laundry. You don't feel like getting up and cleaning the house. So the fact that he's saying how clean your house is and how amazing you're doing is because he needs you to see yourself through his eyes. And how freaking proud he is that, you know what, you might not be where you want to be yet, but you are so much better than where you were. He shows me the two roses wrapped together. Who's got either the same day, the same birthday? It's interesting. Two roses. Roses is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. But I saw them wrapped around each other. Were him and Mom separated or divorced before they passed? Because I feel like one's a yellow rose. So interesting. So I got it. So red and yellow. As soon as you said no, I'm like, okay, I got it. Because she would have been his best friend then. Because the roses wrapped around each other is like intertwined. You understand?
Yeah.
And two dates close together. So did he pass right before her birthday, right around her birthday? Are their birthdays close together? There's something about two dates, him and Mom, that are synchronized or aligned.
No, I'm not sure. But he passed like just at the end of March. So
Right now.
there's that. My mom's birthday was in June.
There's something else, February, March.
My birthday's in February.
Thank you.
Oh, that's what it was. Right
You
after
see
my
what-
birthday, he passed.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now he wants you to know why he did that. He got it as close to your birthday as he can without torturing you. Because the thing is that it is literally impossible for you to think of your dad if he's not here. So very oftentimes they choose to pass away on your birthday, on or around another special important date in your world, not because they want to haunt you or you to feel pain on that day, but because they want you to know that they're with you. And if they pass on that or around that time, like as your birthday starts approaching, you think about Dad, don't you?
Yeah.
Because that's his way to make sure that there's not a single birthday that's ever going to go by without you knowing he's with you. Thinking about him,
Yeah.
he's playing Tooth Fairy. Which one of your kids lost the tooth? Because he's literally dressed up in a pink tutu, showing me that he's got teeth. Do you have like a 5, 6, 7-year-old?
Lucas. Yeah, my stepson. He just got his teeth pulled from the dentist this week.
See what I mean? Dad's
Ah,
watching over. Here's the
I
thing.
love
He
that.
put the heart around you, honey. Now, when you say my stepson, is there some distance or space right now?
There was, and now it's getting better.
See, the heart is my symbol for healing and reconnection. Your dad is so freaking proud of you. He's like, see, I'm not there to know that your stepson's had missing teeth or anything like that, but Dad is. He's playing Tooth Fairy.
That's crazy. Wow.
It's like, I
Yeah.
don't want Mom to see me in a dress, though. Don't tell her that. Make sure she knows that I'm all macho. He's like playing macho, macho man.
I'm telling her.
I'll be a macho man.
Oh, that's funny. So there's some distance between my mom and my sister and I. And I want to know like how he's feeling about all of that because of the decision I've made.
He says, again, what he does is he takes off his Tooth Fairy costume and he puts on the gorilla costume and does this. This is my symbol for being very proud of you. Now, the gorilla suit is them emphasizing that pride. Like, here's the thing. We lead by example. Now, when you said that, what I felt was that when the decision you made is leaving the relationship, right?
I did, yes. And then I went back into the relationship.
Got ya.
So I left the relationship when my dad passed,
Mhm.
and now I'm back into the relationship.
And when you say that, your dad shows me the heart, which is healing and reconnection. You went back into the relationship, but with a new energy. So you didn't go
Yeah.
back into where you were before. You did the healing that you needed to do, and then you are meeting again. And I feel like we're still in a work in process. You see what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
So this is why, and again, he's like, this is what I'm talking about. I'm helping
Mhm.
guide through. He ain't going to get out of line because I'll kick his ass. See, what's interesting about that, what you just said there, because I didn't realize you guys had gotten back together, but I should have. Because
Mhm.
what was the example he gave me before, that scenario of that group I did? The husband left, his tire blew up, and then he came
Came
back.
back. Mhm.
Your dad helped blow up his life so that he could see he was better with you, and it helps inspire him to do better. Are you guys in counseling right now?
We aren't, but we were for a little bit when we split, before we split. And I have been in counseling still.
Just want you to be careful with some of that, because here's the thing. If you go and you're talking about your pain all the time, you're
Mhm.
chewing it. If you chew a food, what happens? You taste it.
Yeah.
If you don't like that food, why keep chewing it? So eventually it gets to the point where counseling can hurt instead of help.
So this makes a lot of sense to me because my mom and my sister have been telling me to like that I'm not well. I need to go to counseling. I need to be on the meds and everything else, which is fine. They're trying to look out for me, but I felt like I went to my counseling and I didn't need to do it anymore. I felt like.
Because you're ready to release the pain and embrace the love, embrace the connection, embrace the joy. You can't be focused in two directions at the same time. So
Yeah.
you're done with that. Now, here's the thing about your loved ones. They will tell you to do what they think is best that will help you. And what they think is best to help you is based on what they've been programmed to believe.
Mhm. Yeah.
Here's the thing. The basis of this is that they love you. And so when you understand that, then sometimes you have to love from a distance for a little while. And what that means is that if you love a tiger, you don't go to the zoo and get in the cage with it, do you?
No.
Tiger will bite, not because it
Mhm.
hates you, but because it's its nature. Sometimes our loved ones are just like that. They love us and we love them, but we can't get in the cage with them because what they have to offer will bite, will hurt us. But what you got to do, your dad is saying, is that here's the thing: if you and your husband, the fruit is what speaks volumes. If you and your husband are doing well and life is going great and you are thriving and you are feeling good, then your loved ones are going to be like, okay, well maybe I was wrong. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
And if it
Yeah.
takes them a year to get on board and to see that, then it takes them a year. But your job is to protect your peace. So your job is to say, this is my boundary and this is what I choose for my life. And if you have nothing positive to add, then I have to keep you at a distance. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop loving you, but I will let you
Mhm.
back into my reality and close into my life again when it can be in a positive way. Soon as they see you're okay, they'll be okay too. So your dad is very proud of you because you know what he's showing me? He's showing me the China plate or the Japan plate. Sorry, he laughed when I said China. Trust me, they don't do this in China. It's a Japan custom. So the Japanese have this custom where if something breaks, you take a plate and if it smashes, they put it back together with liquid gold because when it's put back together, it's worth more than when it was broken, before it was broken. He's like, you
Mhm.
guys can be just like that. You've got to focus on what you need now, what you want now, what's important to you now. You tell dad what you need and you focus on where you want to go and it will all line up. You focus on the relationship between the two of you in the way that you want it to develop. And this plate is going to be put back together so much better than it was before it was broken.
I needed to hear that.
And if he gets out of line, dad'll kick his ass.
And I needed to hear that too.
He took the hat off. Does your husband wear a hat a lot?
Nope.
Why did your dad take the hat off? Do you have your dad's hat?
No, I don't think so.
He literally took a hat off your husband's head. So was he wearing a hat recently? Baseball hat.
No, maybe a hard hat for work.
Oh, okay. Oh, your dad's funny. He means business.
He
Let's go.
is funny.
This is why I called them puzzle pieces. Because did you hear what Dad just said? Let's go back. Let me arrange these again. You'll hear it this time. What did
Okay.
he say? And if he gets out of hand, I'll take him out because I got this. And then he took the hat off.
Oh.
Do you understand? I don't know
Yeah.
what your husband does, but if he wears a hard hat for a living, then that means he works in a dangerous construction site or something like that. So if he gets out of
So
line,
funny.
if the dad going to take the hat off, so you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's being funny. You understand? He's being
Oh
funny.
yes, I know he's being funny. He's always been that way.
Still is. He's like,
Yes.
so keep giving me things to do here, honey. Don't worry about them. They just want the best for you. They love you, and they're clouded by what they see. And
Mhm.
here's something else. Don't tell them when things go wrong. Don't do that.
Right.
You need to make sure that you two work it out together, or you go to somebody that is completely outside of the thing. Because what happens is you go to your family and you tell them every time something's going bad, but then they're not a part of the makeup, are they? They're not a
No.
part of the promises. They're not a part of the, coming back together. So all they're left with is everything that you gave them. And your
Yeah,
daughter, was that your daughter?
that was.
Because I heard, and she emphasized it. So what you just heard is spirit emphasis. When you hear a ding, a bing, a something in the background, that's spirit's way of putting an exclamation point on whatever you just said. So dad poked her in the belly to get her go, what? As soon as we said that, emphasizing it. Please know he's never going to be gone. He's showing me the choices and decisions, loves the way that he was laid to rest. Is he cremated?
He is, yes.
And did we split his ashes? Like,
Nope.
does more than one person have his ashes, or we have, because he's splitting them. He's like, you get a toe, you get an ear, you get a thumb. So there's something about splitting them or wanting to split them.
Okay, so my mom didn't want to split them, and Robin, my sister, and I just respected that. But
So your
we
dad's,
like,
it's bothered you.
yeah.
Your dad's, the way he said it is explaining it. He's like, please give mom the benefit of the doubt, because for her, it's like giving you an eye and her an ear and keeping a
Yeah.
toe. You see what I mean? For her,
Mhm.
she's already lost so much of him. She doesn't want to lose a single piece of him. So he's thanking you guys for the choice and decision that you made to give mom peace.
Yeah.
She still has his ring too.
What
He's
are
saying
you
she still wears the ring. She's got my ring. She wears my ring. Oh, you're wearing his ring.
So this was the ring that he proposed to my mom with, and they got married with, and my mom gave it to me recently. Yeah. And I've been wearing it.
He loves that. He's reminding you, see, your mom loves you. She loves you so much. You just got to remember, she's heard all the harsh stuff. She's heard all the bad stuff. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go the reverse way now. Every time he does something that's amazing, and he's been doing really good recently, your dad said he's really proud of him, actually. And he said, so every time he does something amazing,
Wow.
he wants you to tell your mom. He wants you to be like, guess what? This is what he did. I'm so proud of him. Maybe it's just a beginning, but I'm counting on him. And I'm so proud of this. And your dad gave him, he's playing get a haircut and get a real job, and I'm proud of you. Did your husband just get a new job?
Okay, no, but he's been telling me to cut his hair like every day because he only trusts me to cut his hair. And it is a more recent job, I guess. That's funny. And that's
Feels
one
like
of his.
more responsibility, more stability, more,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
grown
he's been
up.
working on the health and safety part of it. So,
See, dad sees everything.
wow.
He's totally not gone. He's sending you some money for whose birthday's in June? Mom's?
My mom's, yeah.
He wants her to take the trip. Go on the trip. Go on the trip. Feels like, does she have family? And like, I'm not sure where you are. Where do you live?
In Timmins.
Oh, I have a lot of family in Smooth Rock Falls. I
Okay.
come up there almost every summer. I know exactly where Timmins is. It's an hour away from Smooth Rock. Anyway, so
He might be talking about my sister though, because she's leaving Friday to go on a trip. Yeah.
yes, to be exactly. Does she live with mom?
No, I did, but she's been really helping out my mom since I've left my mom's.
So he's like, yes, that makes sense, but I'm also talking about mom. He wants her to
Okay.
go away and do something for her birthday, take the trip, get out of the house. I feels like she's still, oh, she's moving on, isn't she? He's bringing in a hand. Your dad's trying to hook your mom up. This is
Oh my God.
interesting. How long has he been on the other side?
It'll be 2 years at the end of March.
Because he said he really likes country music, or he's just having fun with my library back here because I got a lot of old country, and he's
He
playing.
just loves music.
Telling you, he's playing the song "I'm Much Too Young to Feel This Damn Old." It's a country song,
Oh,
and he's saying your mom is much too young and beautiful to be alone for the rest of her life. So he is going to use his energy and synchronicity to align her with somebody that will fill her world up and that will help bring happiness and sunshine back in her world. He needs her to know he's not jealous because he's still young and hot. So this guy might get old with her, and he's going to be the young hot guy on the other side when she gets over there. So he's not worried at all.
that's amazing. Yeah, I don't like she always said she'd never move on. Like they were together since they were 15 and he was the love of her life.
Yeah, he goes, always will be, but she still deserves to have somebody here caring for her. Somebody needs to fix that frickin' fence. What's going on with mom's fence?
It's funny. She made a little gate fence herself. I'm not sure if it's broken or not, but
I'm
she's
telling you, I can't know that. Dad's watching. He's like, we need to
no.
get her a man. Somebody's need to fix that frickin' fence. Come on.
So she's been fixing everything herself and then cursing my dad for it.
You see what I'm saying? Your dad hears her, and this is
Yeah.
going to be recorded and put up onto YouTube so she can come back. And he said, sweetie, I hear you. You are not meant to be alone. You are too young, too beautiful. You have too much love in your heart. You have so much life left to live. I'm never going to leave you, but I want you to have somebody here in your world so that you're not cursing me anymore and you have everything that you need here in the physical world.
She needs to hear that.
Aw, he loves you so, so much. That's all I can feel as he's pulling his energy back. One last thing. Two last things. As he pulls his energy back, he unites with the soul on the other side that's saluting, which is my symbol for a connection with the uniform, fire, police, military, ambulance, something like that. Mom's dad, his dad, I'm not sure who that is.
Mom's dad, he was in the Navy.
He brought him forward as well. He's like, let her know that, see, as he starts pulling his energy back, I see him reconnect with the father figure. And so he's wanting your mom to know that her dad is over there and he's safe and at peace and they are together. So they do. And they would all request more meat. Is your mom a vegetarian?
No.
They're
Oh,
all
my son has been, I don't know, my son has been having trouble eating meat. He just like texture. And I've been like saying I need to figure out how to feed him more meat. Like maybe that's why. I don't know.
barbecue. It's the barbecue. Your dad's showing me the barbecue and they're saying, we need more meat. We need more meat. Give them more meat. And they're showing me a barbecue. So I think what it is maybe the way that you're cooking it. If you barbecue it up, he's like, don't worry about it. He's going to be a man. We're going to man him up.
It's probably my cooking.
Doesn't mean you're a bad cook. It just means that dads can grill so much better. Meat's supposed to be, it's a man's job. That's what your dad's saying. He's playing like Tim Allen in my head. Arr, 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 you know.
He's so funny.
But the bigger thing around that is I don't feel like your mom has been eating as much or eating as well as she used to because he's given her more protein and stuff like that and wanting to remind her that I see you.
Good. No, she hasn't.
The thing is that they taste what you taste. See, your dad's energy, he's pure energy now. And your senses, taste, touch, smell, sight, sound, those are the ways that we physically interpret the variations of vibrations in the world around us. Now, your dad is pure energy. So he can interpret all of your senses. So what you taste, he tastes. It's like
Okay.
this. If your neighbor puts a steak on the barbecue, you're not there to see the steak, touch the steak, hear it sizzle, nothing like that. But every person for a 3-block radius is experiencing that taste or that steak. You taste it, you smell it, your stomach rumbles, your mouth waters. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be there to experience a steak. That's your dad. So when you're eating food, your dad's right there, especially steak and burgers and things like that. I'm telling you, he's got the grill out there.
Yeah, well, he had trouble when he was sick eating, and he kept saying, like, we would talk about food and he'd be like,
So that's why he's saying, could you please tell mom to eat for me? Meat. And that's why your son is partly having trouble eating meat, is because dad's trying to tell him, don't eat it unless we barbecue. We'll teach her to barbecue. We'll get them barbecuing. Come on, we want more barbecue. Don't eat it,
Oh,
kid.
that's
We'll
awesome.
make a barbecue so that you'll eat it, and then I get my barbecue food. Huh. He's still here. Oh, he wrapped you in a big blanket or sweater. So I don't know if you still have his clothes or his sweater, his jacket maybe. But as he pulls his energy back, he wrapped you in that, and he goes, and every time you wrap this around you, my soul is still with you. Aw.
I miss him so much. I love him.
Keep talking to him and keep telling him, say, Dad, I need a sign that you're with me today. Make it so big that I can't miss it, so that I
Yeah.
will feel your presence with me. And watch how he lines you up at exactly the right moment, exactly the right time. And just remember, there's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. That's how your dad connects with you. And look at the whole time I'm doing your reading, he's lit my face up like I'm like shining like an angel. It's so frustrating, but they do that. They make me glow because he's coming down. So when their light, sometimes this happens in my readings, their light is too bright. I haven't changed my lighting since my earlier live to now, but you see it going in and out and all this
Yeah.
stuff in my live. This is him shutting down. He's not gone. So no longer are you going to say he's gone or was. You're going to use present tense, and then you're going to find signs and symbols of him everywhere you go. Awesome. Okay, now he'll pull his energy back. I hope this was helpful, hun.
Really was. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I really needed this.
Good, good, good. Okay. Oh, your dad just kissed my cheek too. He's like, mwah, mwah. He's
He
a
would. He's
Romeo,
sweet.
isn't he? Aw. Okay, Dad. All right, we're letting him pull that energy back. He's made his point. All right. Let me switch here. Christina, I'm coming up to you. I already read for Amy today. She already sent me a message saying she's here just to support, which is awesome. So I'm coming to you, sweetie. How you doing?
I'm good.
I've read for you too much. You got to focus. Give me something else. Give me tarot cards. Give me something.
I don't really have anything though. I just come to listen too. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I like to hear from him, but
Well, let's see.
I thought it was pretty cool how he came through with that package picture the other day. Too bad I couldn't keep it.
Huh?
Yeah, when I was taking a picture of the package, remember I sent you a message that I saw the light in the picture and it wasn't sunny out.
Yes, 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 yes. Sometimes people send me messages when I'm channeling for spirit, and it's hard to remember certain things because my mind's not in that. But anyway, isn't that funny that you say that? And these are the two cards, because I was shuffling the cards. I was like, well, let's do tarot then. Do you notice how she pulls back, and look at what happened to my lighting? You
Yeah.
guys can't make this up. Anyway, this card represents work, boss, authority figure, work. This card is waiting. You were waiting for something to line up like that. Thanks, Timmy. Now he's playing. He's like, I can play with the lighting too. And because you're psychic, this is the psychic card. So you were waiting for something like that to line up for you. So he lined it up for you. Are you getting a new truck? A new vehicle? Like, I don't know what that means. We're getting a new vehicle, but it feels like for work, like a new work truck. Do you drive the same truck every day?
No, every day it's a different one.
There's something about getting a new one. Now, I don't know if he means we're going to be driving the brand new one and you've been driving the old one, but there's something about a new truck or a new coming in.
Oh, I hope it's not the Amazon van.
What does that mean?
They got cameras in there. I don't want to do that one.
So, I see what you're saying. So what he's showing me is that, so you got stuck in one of those vehicles already and then you feel like you're being watched,
No, I haven't.
but you've
But
been, yeah.
I've been praying not to get that.
Yeah, because I'm just the interpreter. My job is not to decide why the message is coming through. It's just to tell you what they're saying so that we can understand why. So he's telling you, he's giving you like a new truck. He's giving you the truck you want is what that makes sense. So if you've been saying to him, make sure I don't get that one, that's why he's doing it. But just be careful how you say that. Make sure you say, thank you for giving me the older ones without the cameras instead of don't give me that truck. Because if
I don't do that.
I'm just saying, just be careful of that because if we say don't give me that truck, you'll get that truck.
No, I've been saying thank you for a nice, smooth, easy route. Thank you for a great day. And then like the other day, they had me on rescue the other day, which I was a little nervous about because that was my first time doing it.
They had you what?
Doing rescue routes.
Oh, I heard rested. I'm like, you got
No,
arrested. What?
no, rescue routes.
Got ya.
Which is where they give me an address. I go to meet one of the Amazon drivers, take two of their bags, and then I deliver that. And then when I'm done with that, I just call dispatch again. They give me another address. I take another 2 totes from somebody. That was way more easier. I had a good day. I mean, the first delivery route was a little iffy, but ever since Amy told me it's just a bad moment, that doesn't mean the rest of your day, and I tell myself that every time, and it works.
I'm so proud of you. Do you see how much you are growing leaps and bounds every day? Can you look back from where you are today to even like 2-3 months ago and see how much stronger and wiser you are? I'm so freaking proud of you. Like even your little son over there is like, yeah, mom. Like he's so happy. And what is amazing is that you are leading the way for your entire family. You are healing, and then they have the what's the right word here? When you stretch yourself and find healing after everything you've been through, then they know they can too. You are leading by example. You see what I mean? Even your dad, sweetheart. Did you see what happened with your dad?
Yeah.
And you were so worried, and yet it was beautiful, and he got it. Trust them. Oh, they're so grateful. Your Timmy is like splashing and swimming. He's like showing me swimming. Are you guys going swimming?
No, but he could be talking about me splashing in the mud the other day. I got stuck in the mud.
Yes and no. Yes, spirit will send you a sign or a symbol when they're trying to guide you a certain way. They speak symbolically. Splashing around in the mud. You know what you need to do? You need to let go and have some fun, let loose, get in the mud, get dirty, have fun. Do you see what I'm saying? Symbolically represents what they're telling you to do. Sometimes when we get into a frustration vibration, the more you focus on that vibration, the more frustrated and stuck you get. And the best way to get unstuck is to go do something fun. Take your attention off it and go do something fun. And I know you're in the process of making some changes and looking for a house and things like that. And you're very focused and you're very determined. And so that's one part of it, but that's not the only ingredient. You can't get from where you are to where you want to go just by being focused and determined and all of that stuff. You get there by saying, here you go, guys. I'm going to give this to you. So I'm going to go swimming for a while. I'm going to take Boo. We're going to go swimming. We're going to have the greatest weekend of our lives. And when you come back and you're in that high vibrational energy, that's when you find your place. But you got to let go and go splash in the mud a little bit. Take
Yeah.
Sharif. He needs to go swimming. I'm seeing he needs new swimming suit too, maybe. Has it been a while since he's been swimming?
No, but he's just growing like a weed. So like, yeah.
It's funny. Timmy just gave him a razor. He's not shaving already, is he?
Not yet, but within the next year, we're probably gonna have to start teaching him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's so proud of his big brother. And I can feel the difference in Sharif's energy since Christmas time. Like, he's not even here and I'm not even connected to it, but I'm telling you, he feels like a different kid. The pain and the frustration that was there before is so much less now. You feel that?
Yes.
Jimmy's so excited. He's working on Grandpa, just so you know. He's working on that. And when I talked to your dad, I'm so glad I did, because I know Spirit's been telling you for a while. He's just a hurt man who hurts people sometimes because that's what's inside. Not because he's mean, or not because he's evil, because he's not. And I can't stress that enough. You guys came from him. You understand? And you're amazing people. You couldn't be here right now. Part of the reason why you are who you are is because of that man. Understand that?
I think it's really cool that you had 3 new people onto here today. Our Sharon is really doing it.
is. It's very
You're
much.
getting new people, totally new people that we have never seen before. And
I
they've
know, but
never seen you.
What'd you say, Amy?
I loved that.
I love it
I
too.
thought it was amazing. I
mean,
was so excited.
I love when other people come in too that we've seen before. So it's like an update on their life. And then like today, I'm like, oh my God, I hope they come back because I want to hear more.
Yeah. I know. It's funny. I wish I could remember it all the time, but I do these readings, and then once we're done, Spirit's not in my head anymore. I can't retain that knowledge unless I go and watch it again. Then I'll remember it, because then I'm watching as Tracy. But as I'm conducting the messages, that energy's going through me. I have no memory of it anymore. So it's not as entertaining for me, but it's still fun the whole time. I enjoy being able to pass on the messages to people that helps you see their souls reconnect. That's what I love. That's the juice. And when I tell you guys, sharing is caring, and this is why I tell you guys every day, please help me help you. Share the live. This is what they're doing. Part of
But
it is
that's
me,
why
though.
on your Amazon review, I like literally put that I go to, like, I got a free message from you, and that I literally go every week to group every Tuesday.
You made me cry with
So
that
people know.
Yeah. It's just like God said at the end of your chapter, my friend, is that there will be a season for success. There will be a season for abundance, but this ain't it. And it's funny because he's had me reading the Bible a lot lately. And it's funny because Jesus didn't minister to the rich and the abundant so much, did he? He messaged and he ministered to the poor and to the people who've been cast out. And that's what I do every single day. I get up here and I do this work. I'm not doing it as some readers do to make millions of dollars or to be like famous. If that was the case, then I would have somebody monetizing me and I would have been rich and famous a long time ago. I get up here for these stories, and I know that God is bringing one person at a time to me, and that when it's ready, it will get bigger. But it's not going to get bigger because every person that I read for right now needs me to be here right now, not up here where I'm unreachable. So there's a season for that. I already know. God told me 30 years ago, as you're going to see in the next book, God told me 30 years ago that I would be extraordinarily successful one day and have more money than I could count, is what he said to me. And he said, but until then, I'm going to have to go through hell and back pretty much, because he's got to train me into being who he needs me to be. So right now is my time to focus on just doing the best job that I can with the people that he brings me. And I'm not worried about if I have a huge amount of people. I mean, of course, I'm human. I desire to have the viewers and the followers and stuff, right? But I also know that it's inevitable. And so just like when you plant a carrot seed and you get up every day hoping that you're going to see it sprout. Somebody's coming back, but we're going to end this. Hoping that we see it sprout. You get up every morning hoping to see it sprout. But what was I trying to say? Because somebody's energy just threw me off here. Hold on a second. Take me back for a second. I need help here. That was the girl that was here before, and her energy, like literally her loved one kicked me out of my head, and I have to try to come back. What was I just saying?
You're talking about sprouting.
I know, but right before that.
That I don't know because I was just listening to you. Amy.
I want to rewind. Spirit, what the heck was that?
I don't know, Christina. I'm being distracted by Josh and my niece. That's why I muted it. I was trying to
Which
hear
niece? What niece?
Pedra.
Oh.
Rosie's okay. Mary called you, right?
No, she never told me what happened.
So what I remember is they were giving you the gardening analogy or something of you don't go out and dig it out the next day. Sometimes we run out the next day and we don't see it sprouting yet. So we think it's not coming and it's not developing, but it is. You just have to give it time and patience. And when it's ready, it will sprout up. That's what I was saying, because God has me doing the work now. And so I'm not worried about going out every day and seeing if it's sprouted yet. I'm just worried about doing the work. I'm doing the weeding, I'm doing the watering, and I know that it'll sprout when it's ready and not a moment before. Awesome.
Yeah, but I don't know. I forget what I was going to say.
I know, because Spirit came in and we're all a little bit psychic here. So they went, kicked me right out of my head.
Yeah, it made me lose my train of thought.
I know. Welcome to my world, hun. That's what's being like being single, or being psychic and single.
And being single?
Not interesting. Let's end it here before they say something through my library or through my little filter here that is like not what I want them to say. Just know your loved ones are with you and they're working on, here's the thing, when they're helping you get better, they have to help your loved ones all around you get better, because part of what heals you is knowing that your loved ones are healed too, right? So they're working on dad. I feel like there's a lot of healing and love trying to go to dad, and they're working on all of you. You're all kind of being repositioned so that you can be exactly where you need to be for things to line up and start coming back together. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. I can't believe I can't remember.
Well, the good thing is, you know my email, you know my messenger, you can message me and I will. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you. Because you sent me a message on WhatsApp and I didn't respond because it's a bigger message than I could type out. You asked me about tarot and oracle cards. I don't remember what you asked me, but there was a question about tarot or
like how you bless it. Like how you bless the deck, like protect the deck. So from like negative energies. Like if I was to use the oracle cards, is it the same as tarot? Like if I was to ask like my loved ones?
Yes, but your cards have to absorb your positive energy. So in order to bless your cards, you just, every time you pick them up, you say, thank you, God, for blessing these cards. These are my blessed cards. Now, when you get your cards, what you want them to do is to absorb your energy, to get working with you like an extension of you, like your arm, right?
Yeah, I always like shuffle them and stuff.
Well, shuffle them, play with them, whatever, but
Yeah.
sleep with them. Put them under your pillow. They like to be in a satin bag, but you don't have to put them in a satin bag. I don't keep mine in a bag. I use them so often, I just carry them with me all over the place. I have like 15 decks. Do you know what I mean? So I have 2 or 3 here in front of me. I have about 10 upstairs. I use different ones for different things. Oracle cards are good for giving you insight into where to go. Tarot cards are good at giving you insight into what is right now. Do you know what I mean? But
Hold on, let me ask Amy
bring
something.
in to thank, as soon as you get them, thank God for blessing them, cover them in the blood of Jesus Christ. And just every time you use them, you say, thank you for being blessed. Thank you for these beautiful cards. And as long as that's all you ever put into them is thank you for this blessed energy, then evil can't get into them.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I was doing that right. I mean, when I first got them, I tried it out and stuff, but like,
You gotta
I gotta,
let them,
I
you got,
gotta, yeah, I'm gonna go put them under my pillow tonight.
just gotta let them absorb into your energy a little bit better. And you got,
Well, months ago I got those, and my energy was way down
yeah.
compared to now. So,
So here's the other thing I would give a recommendation to anybody that's trying to learn tarot is to get up every single day and say, thank you, God, for giving me one card to show me how my day is going to go today. And then when that card comes out, or you choose one, however you feel you're drawn to do, then you're going to write the card down and look up the meaning. And then at the end of the day, I want you to go and reflect again and look up what card was shown to you and the meaning of it and see if that energy affected your day. Because this is how you learn what the cards mean, by being able to see directly how they influence you. Sometimes readers will say, you can't read your own cards. Bullshit. That's how, if you can't read for yourself, you can't read for anyone else. It's like, I can't read my own book. Excuse me, do you know how to read letters? Yeah, then you can read your own book. Cards are no different. If you can read the energy in the cards, you can read your own cards. See what I mean?
yeah. Well, see, but it's probably easier for you though, also because you can talk to spirit and
No,
hear
it's
them.
not. Tarot is not. Tarot is about, it's just like times tables. How do you learn your times tables? Repetition. Do you know how I learned these? Because Spirit and God came to me in a meditation one day and he said, guess what you're going to do today, Tracy? You're going to learn tarot. And it's what I call a compulsion or a calling. It's one of the things that I'm going to put in my other book. Every once in a while, God will give me one of these compulsions or callings, and then I will do it. And what happened is when he gave me that, and I've been using cards for years, when he gave me the instruction to learn tarot, he's like, now you're going to memorize all these tarot cards. This is your first and foremost priority in your world right now. And so for the next 3 days, I did tarot all day long, to the point that my fingers and my hands were bruised. I couldn't stop myself. What I did was I got a brand new book from the store, kind of like one of those ones that Mary sent me. And I started from the Fool, the very first card in the tarot deck. I went the Fool, and then I looked it up on YouTube, and I looked up the Fool on a bunch of different sites and got the meaning of that card, and I wrote down the meaning in my definition book from my understanding, and I wrote it all down. And then I went to the next card. There's 78 cards in that tarot. One by one, it took me 3 days. Within 3 days, my hands were black and blue, and that book was full, and I had retained most of the knowledge and wisdom about what those cards mean here. You just got to learn. That's all. But the best way to learn is to see how the energy fits in your life. Because, for example, this card, let's just take the first card. This can mean, every card can mean so many different things. So you got to understand what the card means, and then you can understand what's going on in your life and how it might relate now. So this can be a boss card, a power card, an authority card, a husband or a father or a man, or a power job kind of card. So depending how I understand this card depends on the other things going on around it. It's kind of like the letter C. C can be S or K, right? Depends on which other letters are around it. Tarot cards are the same thing. Their meanings mean one thing, but are altered slightly with the other cards around it. So when you pull one of these and you experience it in your own life, and then at the end of the day, you can see that in your own life, now you can retain the knowledge. Whereas when you do it for other people, it's harder to retain at the end of the day. But when it's you that experiences it, you don't forget.
Oh, now I remember what I was gonna say. That girl with the sister, the 13-year-old sister that passed. I thought it was pretty cool that her sister brought her to you. And I was gonna say, and she couldn't have picked a better person because, like, you're way better than all those other people. I've seen them people on TikTok. I found you on TikTok
Did
and
you?
then went over to your Facebook. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome because that's another thing that Spirit forced me to do. He kicked my butt and said, "Get your blonde butt on TikTok." I'm like, "God, I can't figure out how to use TikTok." He's like, "I don't care.
But
You'll
see,
learn. Do it."
a lot of those TikTokers don't have enough common sense, I guess, to go over to Facebook.
Well, I don't know if it's common sense. I think they have more common sense to be on TikTok, to be honest with you. Because on TikTok, I had 75 people watching me, whereas on Facebook, I get 20. That's how bad the shadow
Yeah,
banning is on Facebook.
but you have way more than 20 over there.
I know I do, but you can't see
And
it.
it irritates me when, like, I hit a heart, like, for your live or whatever, but then I go back later and it's to like instead. Like, they change it.
So change the way you think about it, because the way you're thinking about it feels like irritation and pain. So do what I do. I used to get so frustrated by all of that, and I used to feel rejected and punished and set aside until I started thinking of it like this. My nobody blonde ass is so powerful that they have to pull out all the stops to try to stop me. That I have so much ability in my little pinky finger that they have to try to stop me in such big ways that it is blowing my mind. I used to say, like, they wouldn't do all this stuff to me. You got to be crazy, Tracy. Why would they try to block you? Why would they try to shadow ban you? You're nobody. That's what they want me to think. I have a lot more people following me than they want me to think or any of you to think. So every time I see one of those blocks, it makes me giggle because it's like, who do you think you are? You think you're stopping me? Do you not realize who God is? Just like God brings people to me tonight, He brings people to me one at a time based on who He thinks that I need to help right now. I'm not worried about the masses. The masses will come when they're ready, when God's ready for me to be ready. And so one by one, He brings me the people that He wants me to read. And there is no obstacle that can get in the way of that. Just like when you were ready, He brought you right to me. Awesome.
Yeah, tonight was focused on, like, pain. It's funny how He aligns who's meant to be there.
Right? I really hope.
And I'm at every single one.
And I really hope that this helped your dad. And what I love is that I didn't even remember to record it until after Dad's session was done because I think that that would have been hard for your dad to have it on the internet. He wouldn't have wanted that.
Yeah, he didn't. He did say that he didn't want, like, everybody to
Do you see
see
what I'm
that.
saying? Spirit knows what they're doing, and they protected him from that. I didn't even try to record it. They know. Awesome. All right, you guys, I got to pee so bad it's not even funny. And how
Yeah,
cool
I
is
gotta eat
this?
something.
How cool
Yeah,
is this?
That
that
was
was
cool.
really cool. And also, I saw the couple orbs you had going on the live earlier.
Oh
On
yeah,
the
there was.
replay, I saw. Yeah, you had
Every
two of
day
them.
now. Isn't this cool? Every day. Tell me any other reader that you know that has constant orbs through their camera like I
I've
do.
never ever seen any other psychic medium have an orb.
That's what I mean. I'm not worried if there's 2 people here or 200 people here. As long as people are getting the healing that they need from these messages, and then God will keep bringing them to me one at a time.
Yeah, I'm excited to see who we have next week because we had a couple new ones this week.
I was not nervous for your dad, but I was excited to see what they brought through for your dad. And I'm so relieved as we're ending this now. I think it was a beautiful reading. And I know you guys were a little bit worried. And I know, I don't know if Amy saw some of that because she didn't really come in until then. Oh, Amy, you missed it. It was beautiful.
I zoned.
Yeah,
I
she
was
forgot.
out. I did. Because I read with you earlier, so I'm not thinking, oh, you have Zoom. You have Zoom.
You know what,
And
though?
then
Here's the thing. That was probably better for your dad, actually, because you and him have been a little bit at odds. So knowing that you weren't here made it easier for him to be comfortable. Spirit took it out of your head, even though you wanted to be here. You weren't meant to be here for that. They're magical, miraculous, and they always know what we need when we need it. Isn't that so cool?
Yeah.
You guys, I just love the way that that came together. And I love the healing that I see coming for your dad because he's not a bad man. He's just got a lot of pain that he's never dealt with. He's been trying to swallow it and keep it in his whole life. And every time he gets a little bit of pressure inside him, he squishes out all that pain. But that's not because he's an evil man. It's because he's got to get the pain out and fill himself back up with love so he can go out there and love and be happy again. Baby steps. We'll get there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right, you guys, have a great
I gotta
rest of
go
your
eat
night. Look
dinner.
at this. We get to end early now. Ha ha. No more late nights.
Yeah.
All right, sweetie. I can't really see you. All I see is dark hands doing this, but I can see you waving.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.